Unfortunately for you, we're here.
Yeah, we don't. This just happened.
Also, I love with these stands. I can't see you.
I know. I'm like, Chris, where are you?
Mary, no.
The sound is like all over the place, jumping around. We're trapped in this presence of our mic stands.
Hey, but whatever, we're here. Whoa, welcome back to episode 36 of the After School Special Club podcast. My name is Chris.
My name is Mary.
And this is your show for video games, news, entertainment, commentary, and stories from our stupid little lives.
Of course, our stupid little lives. They always have to be involved.
Right, because they're very stupid.
And very important.
Also, just a little housekeeping before we begin. My mic stand is being a piece of crap. Mm-hmm. Guys, we have social media now, so if you want, you can follow us on Twitter at Ask Club Podcast. Instagram is After School Special Club, and obviously you're watching us on twitch.tv/After School Special Club, where we stream live every Friday and Saturday. Mm-hmm. And last week we had some fun times. So yesterday we streamed House of Ashes, the last for now of our Silent Pictures Anthologies series, until the new one comes out, whenever it comes out this year. Yeah,
but I want to play that. So we did it through staying silent the whole time. Mm-hmm. When there's an option to say anything, we said nothing, because that's what Silent Anthologies is about.
Yeah,
what we created.
That's the joke.
That's our baby. And but the new game, I want to play through seriously.
We should actually play it and play the whole thing,
and then afterwards stream it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that was yesterday, and I got the part 2 of Man and Madan streaming clips up on YouTube.
Watch, please.
It's really funny.
It's really
you can listen to me and Mary do voices for the reading. We sing a little bit.
Yeah, we really show it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this weekend or sometime next week, I will have the Little Hope part 1 coming out and part 2 to follow.
And that's a spooky one. That's the spookiest one of them all.
It's the one I haven't played, so I think I need to go back and actually play it.
Nothing's spookier than the unknown.
That's true.
Yeah. But embrace it. You have to embrace the unknown.
But that's that. Mm-hmm. Mary, how was your week?
My week's been well. It's been well.
It's been well.
It's been quite quaint.
It's been well.
I had some tea and some cookies.
Biscuits.
Oh, biscuit. Oh, cookies.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Oh, no. I got caught.
I broke character shit.
Oh, my God. I'm not British. I'm
not made for this life.
The British aren't coming. The British
are not coming.
They're not coming.
They're not coming.
My week's been good. I've been dedicated to, the New Year's resolutions, which we talked about, or New Year's intentions.
Yes.
We talked about previously. I've been keeping up with them.
Good.
Yes. I've been getting into all these meetups lately, video game community meetups, which I highly recommend to anybody who's looking to, have some fun. You can't go outside right now, really, with people. You can't really greet and meet with people, but you can do it virtually, and you could also find community wherever you're at.
Yeah. So
I found some really cool gaming communities, like Game of the Month Club.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of Book of the Month, it's Game of the Month, and they just got done with the I feel like the Metroid series, so now they're gonna do some other games, but cool. I'm really excited because I've never been in first off, I've never been in a Book of the Month club.
You're gonna say I've never been in a club.
I don't know if I have. Against my will,
unbeknownst
maybe.
To you, sure, but
I was asleep the whole time. They decided to have the club meeting around me.
Yeah,
I didn't even know
you
I was
were the
in a
centerpiece.
club.
You were the cornucopia.
Yeah, the Mary Club.
They're like, we love Mary, and you're like,
they just drawing me. I'm like, why do I always wake up with these doodles? But no, I'm really excited about that. Also, there's a game developer meetup where you can talk to a bunch of people who are in the field and get an idea of just what it takes to get into the field, which I want to eventually. And I think it's a good starting point to network.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm focused on right
now.
And
learn what people are actually doing.
Yeah, because there's an idea. There's always an interpretation of what you think is happening or what's going on.
Right.
And then you have to find out, oh, that's not how it is.
Right.
And then you get an idea of what to actually aim for and study in order to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so very productive.
Wow.
It's been a productive week. Video game wise, I haven't really played much because I've been so productive.
Yeah. That's kind of how I've been. I also had a really good week. I worked on some music. I put together I don't know what I'm going to call it a mini set where I played a couple songs. Mm-hmm. Just to post unlisted on YouTube. So in hopes of maybe sending it to people in the way that you used to bring demos to places. Mm-hmm. to be like, hey, like, this is the kind of music I play. This is what I sound like. This is what I look like. I know I'm ugly, but...
No, nonsense. Everybody say boo.
Boo! Give me a boo in the chat. We won't see it because we don't look at the chat during the podcast, but...
Yeah. I need to hire someone for that.
No.
Chat viewer.
Chat viewer. We just hire people to be in chat.
Craigslist is always his chat viewer.
But yeah, so I did that. I made like I did like a short 15-minute set.
That's awesome.
So I played 3 of my own songs and then a cover song.
That's amazing.
And so yeah, like I said, I want to put it like unlisted on my own YouTube channel to have to send to people if I ever try to like join a band or like try to play shows. So that is there.
That's exciting.
And none of you can see it because you need the link and I won't give it to you.
Yeah. So it's
not even to you, Mary.
Wow.
So
this is exclusive.
I'll send it to you after. Actually, it's not uploaded yet,
Thanks.
so I won't send it to you after.
Okay. Wow. And now I'm anticipation. I'm like, wow, what's gonna happen?
But that's all I've really been doing. I've been playing, as we know, Uncharted, the first game.
Yes.
And I was telling Mary before she came over today, I was playing and I was like raging because I haven't eaten all day, but I also like I've never yelled at a video game the way I yelled at Uncharted today.
I feel like I've also went through. That's why I said to have patience with the first one, because I also went through a anger thing with the first one for some reason.
The mechanics are awful.
They're so bad.
Like between it's either like me like taking cover and then trying to like not take cover, but instead I just switch to taking cover somewhere else, or like dodge roll to take cover again, and I'm like, no, I just want to fucking walk.
And then they shoot you while you're dodge rolling.
Yeah.
And then you like go in the white and the gray, and you're just like, well, died.
And then like I was at the part where you're like at the waterfall and you have to like jump across all the like pillars and stuff, and you get to a point where you have to throw a bomb at a car, but I didn't realize that, and it doesn't give you a hint. Like I was waiting, I was like, give me a hint, and it didn't. So I was so pissed off because I kept dying because I was like, oh, I'll try jumping here. Nope. I'll try jumping here. Nope. Oh, maybe I can jump onto the vines. Nope. And I just like, eventually the idea popped into my head to throw a bomb at the car, and that was what you had to do to get it to flip, and then you can cross the car. But then once I got the car into the river, I would try to jump on the car, and I would do the thing like where you jump on and then you slide off.
Yeah.
Because if you just don't go straight and you go even just a little bit to the right or a little bit to the left,
you slide on off there.
So and like my roommate's not home today, so I was like yelling.
Letting Nathan Drake have it.
Yeah, and he got it.
He can get
it.
He turned to the camera and he's like, shit.
Well, fuck.
Well, fuck this. No.
Oh God, Nate, no.
Yeah, every time. Oh God, no. Stop dying. Stop killing yourself.
But I finally got past it and like progressed. I'm like, according to my PlayStation 5, I'm 45% of the way through the campaign. So I say campaign as if it's like a multiplayer game with a solo mode.
Yeah.
Through the story.
I mean, I feel like he does. I mean, it is campaign how many people he kills. But I like Uncharted is my favorite series.
Yeah.
Of all time. And I'm curious, what do you think of the story? Maybe not the mechanics, but the story of it.
I mean, there isn't really a story yet. And I'm halfway through.
Like, what do you think of the characters?
I love the characters, and that's what's keeping me going. Yeah. Because so far, our story has not revealed itself.
What do you know so far?
And that I'm trying to find something.
Yep.
And that's
El
it.
Dorado.
That bitch. And that's it.
Okay.
Which I know that like the story also doesn't kick in until like halfway through. So that's what I've been told. Because I also told another one of my close friends that I was playing Uncharted, and he was like, oh my God, be patient with it. And I was like, everyone keeps telling me that. Yes. And I understand.
Yes.
I get it.
But then you're going to be able to play the second one soon.
And be like
the second one is the masterpiece. Theater.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's what you do when you put it in the PS5. In the PS5.
Yes, because I have a PS5.
Yeah.
I also have this PlayStation hat.
That's right. I'm gonna.
It'd be funny if it wasn't. I was wearing a different hat, and everyone's like, "Is he okay?"
Wearing an Activision Xbox hat.
Oh my God. Anyway, y'all, we're gonna jump right into it. We don't have like a lot of topics today. It was kind of slow, especially after the news bomb that was the acquisition.
Oh, that was huge.
How could we possibly talk about anything else?
You guys should watch us talk about that, though. It's on YouTube.
It is, and it's also on Twitch if you want to watch it there.
Yeah,
it's up to you.
Yeah,
really,
please.
it's up to you.
Yeah, please, it's up to you. Don't.
It's up to you. Please don't ask me.
Don't put pressure on us. You need to decide if you want to watch it.
It's your life, so you have to figure out how you want to watch it.
It's your life.
It's now or never.
I ain't gonna live forever. You're not gonna live forever.
Those videos are not gonna live forever either.
Let's get on with this show.
Anyway, guys, I wanted to kick it off today with more rumors about backwards compatibility coming to PlayStation. So,
gotta love it.
whether or not backwards compatibility is actually gonna happen, we actually don't know yet. But some stuff happened this week and last week that had fans wondering, is it in the works? Mary.
Oh, what? It's like a teacher. Mary. I'm like, I'm like painting my nails. I'm like, what?
So, Video Games Chronicle reported that fans witnessed a bug in which PS4 trophies were shown with the PS3 logo next to them. This caused players to speculate that PlayStation might have been gearing up to release games from the predecessors of the modern PS4 and PS5 consoles. And I actually have a little screen cap here so I can switch and show you guys what that looks like.
Because also something else happened too, like the trophies, and also like there were PS3 games that went on sale, like just as their price, like you could like purchase them,
right?
Which everyone freaked out about.
Okay, actually, I can't. Sorry, I've made false promises.
Let's describe what it looks like.
Yeah, so it's the PlayStation UI and it's the trophy list, and so this person has Far Cry 6 pulled up, Judge Judy, and Resident Evil Village, and they all, they have the trophies on the right side, and underneath the title and next to the thumbnail for those games, it says PS5 because they are playing on a PS5. However, beneath those, there are game icons that there is no game associated with them, no title, no photo, but it says PlayStation 3.
Yeah. I'm excited.
And so this bug, and so several people witnessed this bug, and it left a lot of people wondering, like, why would that happen if there wasn't something in the works involving backwards compatibility?
Yeah, why would that bug be there unless there's a kitchen to go in?
Right, and food left on the floor.
Crumbs left for us. These are crumbs.
These are crumbs.
These are crumbs.
So the bug was reported quickly. However, this left many wondering why this could have happened, and this comes only a week after news that fans had caught PS3 games listed in the PlayStation 5 store for purchase. Although fans were not able to actually buy these games at the time of the bug, many speculate that this could be foreshadowing the availability of old PlayStation games in the PS5 store in the future. So,
yeah.
And like, I would be happy.
Oh, I would love it so much.
I mean, it's something we've all been asking for, right?
Yeah.
Is like constantly. It's always like, I want backwards compatibility.
Yeah, it's almost like I was surprised that it didn't have it already. Like, I knew it was going to have PS4, and like people argue that the PS4 backwards compatibility is so easy because the systems were very alike. You know, the system like requirements and the machinery was just very alike.
Right.
Not like the third and like the second and the first one. They're just so vastly different.
Right.
So that's why it was an easy transition to be able to do PS4 games. But I do feel like the players want it and the fan base wants it. Yeah. For sure. And also, like, in regards to this, also, the subscription services. Yeah. Like, so that message changed as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're going to talk about that later on.
I mean, I just have a little bit about it, but nothing updated.
Okay. But that also, like, was another crumby in there. Because why would they be changing all these things unless something were to happen?
Right. Unless something was on the horizon. And, like, I wouldn't be surprised because, like, surely, like you were saying, like, it's not easy to be backwards compatible for anything before PS4 because, like, and, like, I'm not a programmer or software engineer, but I would imagine that there is a lot that you have to do in order to make those games able to function on the newer hardware.
Yeah, I don't, honestly, like, I was thinking about the other week when I saw some of the stuff come out. I was like, how are they going to do it software? I know, like, how they could do it hardware-wise. Yeah. That would make sense. But how are they going to do it through software? That's what I'm most excited about. And also, like, I'm like, how are they going to do it? How are you going to pull this one off?
Yeah. All right, Sony.
Yeah. We're going to bamboozle ourselves. But...
And so kind of like what Mary was alluding to, this also comes in the wake of the leaking of Sony's Project Spartacus, which came out a few months ago. And this detailed a monthly tiered subscription plan in which players could access online games, play free games each month, and even access the back catalog of PS1, PS2, PS3, and PSP games. And this new subscription plan, which a lot of people are calling the rival for Xbox's Games Pass, would merge the PlayStation, PS Plus, and PS Now subscription services. So we're waiting.
I feel like that's a really good business move. I feel like that's the business move they have to make anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Like, even if they were planning this before, like, I mean, obviously this was like years in the making if this is the case, because it takes a lot of years to be able to do that. Yeah. But I feel like now they're potentially just feeling the pressure to get it out. Yeah. Maybe the release date would have been like somewhere different. they're a different timeline. But now with the Xbox, like the Game Pass and also the acquisition, they're like, we need to do this now.
Yeah, I would imagine they're probably working tirelessly on it to get it done as soon as possible, especially where, with COVID and everything, with everything being stunted in terms of development, production of consoles, things like that, it seems like it'd be smart to work with what they already have and try to push this out faster to give us something.
Yeah, and PlayStation fans will appreciate being able to play like PS3, PS2 games if they can make it happen.
Like me.
Yeah. Even the games, especially because the market for those are going so up, because I buy retro games all the time.
Yeah.
And they're so expensive. Like if I want to buy like PS2 games, a lot of them are like in the $80, $90, $100 range when I paid like $20, $30, $40 for it now. And I think having an option to be able to somehow play those, again, I don't know how they're going to do this software-wise. If that is an option, like I feel like you're going to get a lot more people excited about the PS5. It's going to like, you know, it's not Xbox Game Pass. It's not that, but it is something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it'd be really cool to play Silent Hill.
I know.
On my PS5.
Yeah. I mean, I have Silent Hill on Xbox 360, the remaster.
So, but even that would be interesting because that also begs the question, like, are they going to... Is it just going to be backwards compatible, or are they going to have to, like, rework the graphics and stuff like that, too? Again, in order to make it compatible with the current hardware. I don't know. Again, I don't know how any of that stuff works. So it makes me wonder, too, like, if it'll just be, like, how I can play Final Fantasy IX on my PlayStation 4 right now. And the aspect ratio is still 4:3. And they just put little sidebars. And the graphics are like better, but they're not like it's not remade. Yeah. And I would not say it's remastered either, but they're better. Yeah. So I wonder if it'll just end up being like that.
Yeah, I could see them going in that direction just because I feel like that's really the most feasible way they're going to pull this off.
Right. Well, because also it's like there's obviously such a huge back catalog of games. It makes me wonder, like, what will be available, if it'll just be the greatest hits, you know, because certain games get that red box.
Yeah, that would actually be really cool to have like a themed like greatest hits selection. Yeah. That'd be a good idea.
Because surely they can't make everything backwards compatible unless that's what they're working on, is hardware that would support just being able to like run any of those old programs.
You slap it on there. There's like a disc, like continue to slap it on. Whoosh! Yeah. They use tape. Use crazy glue.
Use duct tape.
Yeah. Can't get it off now. Also, the subscription service. That's something that was interesting because I don't know if you saw, you know how when you go to the PS Plus like games of the month, how it says like these exclusive games for PlayStation Plus members, or it says that at the very bottom of it. But now it just says like something different for additional like requirements or additional things needed. Which is like, it's just a strange way to change that wording. Right. And it did say that, but now the like PlayStation Plus subscription, like that's not even on there anymore. Yeah. So I wonder if they're trying to, because PS Now, all those gift cards got pulled. Right. And now that language is changing on the PlayStation Plus screen.
They're slowly trying to like wipe our minds of it.
Yeah. They're like, no.
So when it does change, we'll be like, oh yeah, nothing changed.
Yes, slowly. Assimilate.
Wow, psychological warfare on Sony's part.
I mean, with you got to do it. You got to
manipulate people. You just have to. Yeah. Marketing, it works.
But I would be thrilled if that would happen. Yeah. And soon and now. I want it now.
Right now. I want it right. I want Mr. Sony to call me right now and tell me that it's live.
He's like, guess what, Chris?
It's live.
It's live.
And I'm like, wow, so are we.
And it costs $300 a month.
And I'm like, fuck. I do wonder what the pricing will look like.
Yeah, me too. Because they're probably gonna do like some kind of bundle. They're probably gonna do some kind of bundle.
Yeah. Because the other thing is, I'm like, I don't care about online games. I don't care about cloud gaming. I just want to be able to play free games and get discounts. So I'm like, I wonder what the tier will look like.
Yeah, I mean,
what'll it look like?
I'm thinking in like because I'm going off of like the Nintendo like eShop, that whole thing with the N64 and like that subscription service. I feel like they're not, the backlash from that, they might not want to go that pricey in that direction. Right. So I feel like they're gonna have like a middle ground. Right. They got to like kind of skate around like Xbox and not PlayStation, but Nintendo to get the fair price. Yeah. Like the competitive price. because they need to be competitive right now.
Yeah, because I do wonder, too, if it would be, like, in bundles, like PlayStation 1 games, PlayStation 2 games, PlayStation 3 games, PSP games.
Yeah.
Probably.
I would assume.
We'll find out.
Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon.
All right, Mary. Next up.
Yeah. So I was reading this article about NFTs because NFTs are still something that I am confused about.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get involved because I want to make money because I see all these people making like, not all these people, but artists that are like, oh, I sold my NFT collection for $5 million. I'm 17.
Right.
And I'm like, how do I get in on that?
Right.
So I'm equally confused, but also interested in it. And whenever video game companies are in talks of doing it, that's when I really pay attention. I'm like,
yeah,
okay, this is something. So anyway, gamers explode over Ubisoft's NFT interview. So Ubisoft has recently been investing into their virtual bit technology. This is something that has been on the rise with several other video game developers and publishers already. An article from Kotaku, the author goes to explain some of the backlash from the gaming community. In addition to gaming companies looking for ways to create passive income from their player base, the way that it was stated in the instance struck a chord. Gamers simply just don't know how good it is for them yet, essentially.
Right.
Which by that statement is like, okay.
When I heard, yeah.
Anyway, so this is like from the Ubisoft. I think if you scroll up, I can pronounce his name potentially. Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe. Nicholas Pouillard?
Pouillard.
Yes, the VP of Ubisoft's Strategic Innovations Lab stated in an interview, I think gamers don't get what a digital secondary market can bring to them. For now, because of the current situation and context of NFT, gamers really believe it's first destroying the planet and second, just a tool for speculation. But what we at Ubisoft are seeing first is the end game. The end game is about giving players the opportunity to resell their items once they're finished with them or they're finished playing the game itself. So it's really for them. It's really beneficial, but they just don't get it now. So this,
you calling us stupid?
Yeah, he's talking about the gamers, like in our interpretation of NFTs. Also, this is a part, he continues, also, this is a part of a paradigm shift in gaming. Moving from one economic system to another is not easy to handle. There is a lot of habits you need to go against and a lot of your ingrained mindset you have to shift. It takes time. We know that. So, okay. I have, like, I can understand
Cracks
why.
knuckles.
Yeah, I can understand why people would get upset about what he says about, like, not getting it yet. At the same time, I really don't get it.
Like, at the same time, I don't get it.
At the same time, like, he has a point. Like, we collectively have played games a certain way for so many years, right?
Right.
Like, through PC, through consoles, but, you know. And microtransactions, they really started to be a thing, and people really backlash towards that, of course.
Right.
And I feel like the NFTs, that's another thing that is different, very different from what we're used to. Also a little confusing to most people. So I could see at the business side, I absolutely agree that they should be getting in on this.
Yeah.
Because it's a smart move, because that is the direction that we're going in. Cryptocurrency, like the technology bits, as they called it.
Yeah.
Like the Ubisoft bits.
Yeah.
They called it. That is the direction. I don't know how I feel about it, because for me, it feels kind of fake and synthetic and not real. But I'm not surprised that they're getting into that. And also the fact that they were like, they just don't know it yet.
Right.
And because I feel like Ubisoft really just wants to make passive income.
Yeah, they just want to make money.
Yes. And what better way to make passive income without putting in much effort than the players making, like, getting all those resources together, selling it, doing all the work.
Right.
And then they get a cut of it.
Right.
So,
because, like, how would that work? Like, you would buy like I don't know, unique skin.
Yeah.
From Ubisoft. Mm-hmm. And then when you're done with it, you resell it to somebody else.
Yes.
So, like, Ubisoft gets your money, but then, like, when you're trading with other people in the game, it's using, like, in-game currency.
Or, like, it's using, like, I guess they're going to create their own, like, virtual currency.
Right.
So they're going to have their own, like, market for it.
Right.
And then, so they get a percentage of it, though.
Right.
For every transaction. So the transactions are just going to add up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, part of me, like, there are a lot of games that I play that I buy it and I'm like, I'm not going to play this.
Yeah.
It's not really for me. I bought it because it was popular and I spent like $60 on it and I'm not going to play it. And it would be nice to maybe sell that for like $40.
Yeah.
To someone else, like, to get a deal. But at the same time, that's just going to create this, like, whole market and this different kind of environment for gaming.
Yeah.
It's making like eBay on, like, your console.
Right.
Pretty much. I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree. Like, it's definitely the direction you're moving in with cryptocurrency and all of that kind of stuff. And like, again, like I would need to see it manifest to know how I feel about it, because like, yeah, all of this is speculative. And like, I think there are some really stupid ideas. Like the people who don't understand how games work saying like, oh yeah, like I'll get this thing and then you can put it in this game and use it there. Like, no, that's not how games work. Like, just because you own it doesn't mean you can play it in any game.
Yeah.
But within like an insular, like, oh, this is available in this specific game and we have this community and this way of like trading or making money and having NFTs in that way. Like, sure, I could see that working because it's contained.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't really know. I don't really have any feelings on it, honestly. Like, strong feelings, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's because there's not enough information out there yet. But I do think that it interests me because it just makes me want to try out NFTs myself.
Yeah.
Because I see, like, all these, like, you know, big companies getting involved with it, like companies that I invest a lot of time in, video game companies. Now they're like, yeah, this is the direction. And actually, the other day I was on a website. It was like a video game website. They were like selling limited edition like copies of games. At the bottom of it, there was like a picture, and it was like for $1, and it's just like a GIF almost, and they were charging $1 for it. And I was like, "What is this? Like an NFT? Like our website's just gonna be selling like NFTs now?"
Just,
like,
yeah, you can go into a store and there's just NFTs.
Yeah, I'm like, what is this?
But the thing that's still like, I guess that's confusing to me is that people claim that like you buy it and you own it, right? And it's yours. So like, let's say that like you bought that $1 NFT on that website, and then like you show me, you're like, look at my NFT. I can just right click, save as, and then I have that photo. So how is ownership? Like ownership, because to me the thing is ownership over anything digital doesn't exist. Like we don't actually own video games.
Yeah.
Like I have physical copies of video games, but I don't own the game.
Yeah.
Just because I have a physical copy, because you and I both have some of the same video games. So it's not unique to us.
Yeah.
And the same sort of thing applies with like digital stuff. I'm like, yeah, like you can buy something and say it's yours, but it's like, it's not real. So it's like, how can you say that you have ownership over it? Especially in that case with like the online photos and stuff where people can literally just save them, screen cap them, take a photo of it.
Yeah, that's the thing that like I think is very confusing. I think that's why I'm still confused at NFTs because of that reason. I don't really understand like, again, like how you're supposed to control it. Like how are you supposed to control?
Or like in a game, what if you like get banned from the server and you can't play that game anymore on that profile? That item that was yours is gone, and you have no way of getting it back.
Yeah.
So it's like stuff like that is what makes me skeptical, because I'm like, people talk about like ownership and having, and it's like, oh, it's mine, and that's what makes it so like unique. But I'm like, it doesn't exist. Like you don't own anything.
Yeah. And I know I was trying to talk, they were like, watch this YouTube video explaining what NFTs are. It was a 40-minute video.
Maybe I need to watch that.
Well, I watched it and I still didn't know.
Yeah, you're like, I still don't understand.
Still don't understand it. Because he was on his computer and he was like looking at his NFTs that he owned. Because he was like, here's mine. Like I collected all of these.
And you're like, we can all see them.
Yeah. But he went into this program and he could see like particles of the pic of the image. And like you can manipulate the particles. And it's all about particles. Which like confused me more.
What happened to pixels? Whatever happened to pixels?
It confused me more. I was like, okay, I don't know what this is. But I want to, and I want to invest money into it.
Yeah. I want to learn more because I'm not putting my money into something like that until I know.
Not thousands of dollars?
Yeah, no.
Right off the bat?
Just right off my entire savings.
Yeah. Right? Somebody's like, hey,
I'm like, Mary, look at this monkey.
I got this monkey. Like,
you just take a picture and you're like, now and I'm like,
I've got the monkey. I'm going to sell it.
I'm like, Mary, spent $5,000 on that.
And I'm going to make $10,000 and give you $5.
And give you $2.
Yeah. For the monkey.
Yeah, I don't know. I would need to do more research and then think more critically about how it could be applied in video games, you know?
Yeah, because right now it's just up in the air. But it is, I feel like other game companies are going to just keep doing it. And I feel like it's going to eventually get to the point where we are getting a better understanding of what it is because it's just everywhere.
Right, because we can actually see it being in existence and being used and traded or whatever you do with them.
Yeah, maybe that's why the guy said, gamers just don't know what's good for them yet.
Maybe we are stupid.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what?
what he said.
We're stupid little workers. Executives, they're so smart. They
Yeah.
deserve to make that much money.
Yeah, they know exactly.
They know
how it
exactly
feels.
what's going on. They deserve that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But that's really all I had for this week.
I feel like I don't know. I was gonna say I want to like pull up just learn about NFTs live, but I'm like I don't actually want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it could take us all night. We would do a 24-hour stream.
Okay, what if I just type what is an NFT?
I feel like that's one of the most Googled searches recently.
That's
probably.
gonna be like the 2022 most Googled.
Yeah, because everyone's making a lot of people are making money off of it, and they're just like, how can I get into it?
Okay, so I know this. It's a non-fungible token. It's a unique unit of data employing technology that allows digital content from videos to songs to images to become logged and authenticated on cryptocurrency blockchains. The main impact of NFTs is to make it easy to own and sell digital content.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like you own it, but I
But
guess,
also why? So then what's how is why? Huh?
well, I guess if it gets really popular, right? Like those monkeys.
Right.
Like if someone tried to use those monkeys on their website or like
Right.
a design or like they sold it on a T-shirt,
Right.
right? They'd probably get sued
Right.
because somebody owns the non-fungible token
Right.
currency blockchain of it. So they would get sued, right?
Yeah, but I'm like, you would get sued if you use someone else's. Like if I put someone else's song in our YouTube video, YouTube
Yeah.
demonetizes us.
It's true. But I guess it's a way for people without talent to buy from talented people.
People who can't afford copyright.
Yeah, to just buy it and just own it, and then yeah.
I literally feel so stupid right now. I've never felt more unintelligent in my life.
Well, it's just gonna inspire us to learn more about it.
I'm hungry for knowledge.
Yeah, because I know you need to. So you need blockchain. So you need to invest in that.
Right.
You also
because
need
the blockchain is how it's recorded, right?
Yeah. So you need to get involved in that. You need to. So it takes a lot of money, initially, to get into that.
Right.
And it is investing. It's like an investment in a different form. That was one thing I wish they would have taught us in high school is just how to invest.
Okay.
Like stock market.
I've opened the article.
Okay.
The main impact of NFTs is making it easy to own and sell digital content. Previously, for example, digital artists would build up large followings on social media, attract freelance commercial work, and maybe sell prints and other merch with their designs, but they had trouble monetizing digital art directly. As consumers asked, why should I buy that when I can screenshot it for free?
Oh, there we go. This is exactly
Which is what I just said.
Yeah.
While the technology behind NFTs makes it easy to trade and sell images online. Okay, wait. So it's kind of clicking. So I guess, yeah, because if you have it on the blockchain,
Yep.
you have proof that it's that it was yours.
Yep.
So somebody can't
Use
screen
it.
cap it or save it and be like, this is mine, because you're
Yeah.
no, and I remember the thing about blockchains is that once something's recorded on a blockchain, it can't be deleted. You can only add entries to it.
Yes.
So you couldn't pretend or erase anything.
Yeah.
The puzzle pieces, Mary.
Exactly.
They're falling into place.
Yeah.
Corner pieces first.
Of course.
How does it work?
Let's find out.
Typically, creators, or if you prefer, artists,
I do.
will mint their work on an NFT marketplace, which includes platforms like OpenSea, Super Rare, Nifty Gateway, Foundation, and many others. Period. Minting is the act of creating an NFT, which means creating a smart contract that will be stored on the blockchain. The smart contract contains a lot of important information. It lists the creator of the work. It ensures that the creator or other parties receiving royalties. It lists the creator of the work and ensures that the creator or other parties receive royalties each time the NFT is sold.
Okay. Yeah.
So that makes sense. Okay.
It's like an auction, right?
Kind of.
It is kind of and I feel like the art world is heading in that direction. I've never really been in the art world, like any of that auction-y stuff.
Yeah.
But I feel like NFTs is just another version of that.
Right.
Same principles.
Okay. What are some of the issues?
Education.
Here we go. What are some of the issues with NFTs?
Education.
Yeah, sorry guys. It's a short podcast, so now we're just educating ourselves.
Yeah, this is just chatting now.
While NFTs have had a positive impact on many artists, there isn't enough data available yet to see if NFTs are benefiting the many or just a select few. Detractors call NFTs a Ponzi scheme.
I mean,
it kind of is.
It does sound like.
I was going to say it seems very much like a Ponzi scheme.
If you take away all the jargon, like it does sound like one.
Right.
Yeah.
The only comprehensive study on NFTs published so far collected prices from 2017 to April of 2021 and reported that $15 was the average sale price of 75% of NFTs, with only 1% of NFTs reaching prices higher than $1,500. The data, however, should be taken with a grain of salt. It's heavily skewed because the majority of its data points hail from the time before NFTs were adopted at the current scale. Because that's the thing, is now that it's so big, they're selling for a lot of money.
Yeah. And people that have been involved in it since like 2017, probably those are the ones making bank.
Right. Okay, and then preventing theft is an ongoing challenge.
Yeah.
Artists who have held back on creating NFTs have often seen their work minted by unknown parties, and only a few NFT marketplaces verify a piece's creator before allowing it to sell. Artists who have complained about this issue online have been told to create NFTs of their work or just to stop theft. And an imperfect solution that has art. No, wait. We're told to create NFTs of their work just to stop theft. I thought it said or just stop theft. And I was like, wow, that's like telling someone to stop being depressed.
Right now. Just get over it. Just stop. Yeah, just stop doing it. Go into like a PSA to society. Stop stealing. Everyone's like, whoa.
Whoa.
World changing. Stop fighting.
So this one is actually something that I've thought a lot about as the moral aspect of it, because it says one reason some artists have held back on making NFTs is because they don't want to profit from polluting infrastructure and all that kind of stuff. And then also just like, stuff about like art is supposed to be free.
Yeah.
Like the whole point of art is for like anybody to look at it and like have a reaction.
Yeah. And I feel like the internet, because, and it was like the wild, wild west before. And now it's starting to get a little bit more cornered and a little bit more marketed and stuff like that.
Right.
More funds, more money. That's where the money's at right now. So it is kind of scary, because what if like things just start to get like completely exclusive?
That's what it seems
websites, other kind of things. Because when you go,
you already have to like, if you want to read a New York Times article, you have to. You can read the censure, and then like that's it. You have to pay for it, and I'm like, news is supposed to be free,
and that really sucks, because like a crisis is going on. It's like this city is like under threat of
please pay.
Yeah. It's like, that's my city. I want to know what's going on.
Right, because that's like, I feel similar about that, where it's like, journalism and news is supposed to be free. The whole point of it existing was to be able to provide accurate, consistent information to the masses of people, and not have it be like hysteria or like fake news, which like that is a thing. But like, so like that shit kind of grinds my gears. And that's how I sometimes feel too with like NFTs, is like art is supposed to be free. Yeah. And like you're supposed to create and share art,
Yeah. And but I feel like the CEOs and the people that are trying to make the most amount of money, they saw like newspapers start to go out, start to like become like, places where dogs would shit and pee. Yep. And that's it. And then now that's how they're trying to make their money, because they are obsessed with money. Our society is obsessed with money.
Well, I was going to say, like, it all comes back to money. Like, any great idea, someone will profit off of it somehow. Yeah. Like, nothing can ever just be free forever.
No, absolutely not. Capitalism.
You love to see it.
I love to see it. I love to
money.
I love to participate in it.
I love to participate in it. I have an Amazon package coming today.
I bought groceries, so I like to participate in consumerism.
You're like, I don't farm my own food and slaughter animals on my own.
I'm such a
dick.
Horrible person.
Woo! Well, I learned something, I guess, a little bit of something.
Yeah. I mean, I wanted to talk about it because I was hoping that you would know all about it and you would tell me and teach me.
Usually I do, but this time...
And well, you did teach. The internet taught me.
I was going to say, we read an article.
And then I learned more. So win-win for us.
Yeah. So how do we think that could be applied in video games?
I think...
Besides the ideas that have already been being thrown around, like you get a unique skin and then you resell it when you're done with it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like wallpapers could be like, anything like artistic, like artwork or anything like that. Video games, how like the bonus features, they would give you like videos or like vignettes or like artwork, Yeah. Maybe that would now be NFT like related.
That's actually really smart, because I'm thinking like, to be able to make enough unique assets in a game that every single person who buys an NFT item in a video game gets something unique, that's impossible.
Yeah.
You would have to make so many things. And to make them unique and not just like, oh, I changed the color by like 1 on the color wheel.
Yeah.
Like that would be so much work on like a dev's part. And I don't see that being sustainable, but I do think like, yeah, having like supplementary content that like you have to buy and like only you have access to. I don't know.
Or there's like a time frame, like they're like now on sale this NFT, and then like their artwork that they would like present, and it'd be kind of like an auction.
Yeah.
And whoever like bids the highest would get it.
Yeah, and then it's theirs and they can resell it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Johnny Depp is actually selling his artwork now as NFTs, and I feel like it's the same premise. It's like, I guess whoever buys it for the most amount gets it.
Right.
So
I wonder when Seth Rogen is going to start selling all of his pottery as NFTs.
Oh my god. It's gonna like
his like bongs and shit.
It's like a little emoji. Like you can get Joe Rogan, his little emoji.
No, I said Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen.
Not Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
Fuck Joe Rogan.
His bongs.
More like meth pipes.
Yeah, right. But no, I feel like I haven't heard the name Seth Rogen in so long.
Well, because I feel like he literally just was like, I'm done making movies. I'm just going to make pottery.
Which is pretty
cool.
It's pretty cool because he just took his millions and he's like, I'm done.
I mean, that's honestly what I would do.
Yeah. But what if like a little emojis become NFTs? That's a good point. Like personalized emojis. Because on like Twitch and other things, you can pay to have those like special ones. I feel like that's an easy thing to market off of.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. More to think about.
I did just see that Apple is dropping more emojis. There's too many emojis.
Oh, there is. I don't even look through them all.
I get scared. Like I get overwhelmed if it's not something that's in my most used. I get overwhelmed because I have to scroll through, and there's what they need to do is they need to go through and get rid of all of the emojis that like statistically people use less. Because I'm like, there's too many emojis and they're adding more, but some of them are really good.
Yeah.
Because there's one of like a scared person covering their face but like peeking through their eye, and I'm like, that's so me.
Yeah. Love it. But I would never know that's there because I would never go down and find it.
Right. I only see it because I'm on Twitter.
Yeah, that's right. Oh well. But yeah, I don't really have anything else to talk about.
I also don't have anything else to talk about. Yeah, like I said, we will have the Little Hope stream clips going live in the next 2 days on our YouTube channel. And then what are we streaming next week? Because next week we're doing our silly games again.
Yes, our silly games.
Our silly games.
To start out the month with. Yes.
Yeah, we're going to start off every month, I think, with like Mary and I find silly Steam games to play. And this time we won't have technical difficulties. Maybe.
No. Maybe. That's a strong maybe.
Hard maybe.
But a hard yes.
A wooga.
Yeah.
So that's what you can look forward to this upcoming week. Oh, and our times are changing. So our live streams for the podcast and the game streams are going to change to 6 p.m. And we're flipping the days. So Friday, starting next week, Friday is going to be our podcast day. And it'll be at 6 p.m. on Friday at Pacific Standard Time. And then Saturday will be our game stream, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
I feel like a weekend stream is better anyway. It's more fun.
Yeah.
More people are out there watching.
Yeah. If it's like a nice way to end the week too.
Yeah.
So not that we work 9 to 5 Monday through Friday jobs, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. It's still the premise.
So anyway, hope y'all have a good life. Bye.
Have a good life. Bye, loser.
Bye. All right, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.